Alright, so today is Thursday. We got another TWID. If you don't know how to get to, you go to Bungie.net, click on Destiny 2, click on Community, click on News. It's the top one, like always. But this week in Destiny. Alright, let's see. The talks for the week. Let's see. This week in Destiny, we're feeling festive. It's that time of the year again, and the dawning is right around the corner, so pull out those oven mitts, prep the oven, and get ready to bake the tastiest treats, Guardians. Let's jump into it. This event is either the most boring or the most boring. There's no in between. The dawning preview, show us your baking skills, season of the wish updates, Fire Team Finder beta is live, Warlords Rune Bungie rewards. The dawning preview. The dawning is back. Gather ingredients, bake some cookies with the holiday oven, and gift them to your favorite characters for sweet rewards. Evil Levante is waiting in the tower for you. Did they even talk about what the rewards are? We'll find out. Here are the key things you need to know about during the event. Baking cookies. Gather ingredients and dawning essence by defeating enemies, completing various activities and bounties. Once you have enough ingredients, you can combine them in Eva's Holiday Oven 2.1 to create yummy treats like Doodles, classic butter cookies, and more. Eva's Holiday Oven 2.1 can be located in your quest tab and is acquired from Eva Levante. You can gift these treats to characters across the system in exchange for rewards. Upgrades. Purchase a variety of upgrades using Dawning Spirit, which you can get by completing event card challenges, activating boons of friendship, and delivering baked treats. Upgrades will last for the duration of the event and provide bonus event rewards, the ability to earn dawning weapons with additional perks from Eva, increased power and utility for your stasis snowballs, weapon focusing that allows for targeted weapon drops. Bonus event rewards, I wonder what that could be. This year we've updated the way snowballs are spawned. Eliminations using dawning weapons or abilities will create a snowball spawn point where an enemy was defeated. Dawning weapons or abilities, do they mean just abilities in general, or do they mean stasis abilities? Because that's dawning. There's no dawning abilities, so that's unless they mean the snowball itself, Drake. I don't know. But sucks you have to use the dawning weapons to create them, so I don't know. The armor does look cool for the Warlock, though. I won't lie. That Titan one back there looks insane too. Hunter one looks kinda. Yeah, the boots are kinda cool. Can't see the mask really well, so no clue. But that Warlock mask looks insane. I like that, and the helmet one too. I like that. I like these sets. I don't know about this one. I can't tell yet. We'll find out. But, I don't know. That looks cool. I'll give it to them. I like that armor. The armor does look pretty dope. So hopefully shaders well. Because personally, I don't like the blue shader. I'd like a better shader on it, but I do like how it looks. So, potential. New Dawning Momento. We also have a new Memento this year, the Dawning Memento. Pick up the Winter Night quest from Eva Levante for a chance to earn the Dawning Memento reward. Additional mementos can be acquired from opening a gift in return once the first memento is required. I'll be honest, I like it, but I hate it at the same time. So I like this blue effect on this back part, the black. I like that. Like, I think the black, though, is just permanent. That doesn't shader. I don't know. But this blue, this icy blue, I think it's okay, but I don't know. I think it throws off the look. I don't know. I really think it throws off the look, because this, like, the aesthetic of the gun, and then there's this bright color. This is more dark and Frozen-like stasis style freeze, and then this is like, hi, I'm bright, I'm pretty, and it kind of ruins the vibe, in my opinion. I don't like when they do that, where they mix a dark color with a bright color. Like, only a few colors can pull it off, but when it's like both blues, I don't know, I don't like it that much. They either need to go completely light or just keep it the more darker tone with this less light. That's my opinion on it, but yeah. It does look like a cool memento, though. I don't like it that much because of the way, the color shading, but I do think it looks pretty cool, so the effect on it is pretty cool. So we'll see. See how it looks in game actively. New dawning weapon, Albedo Wing. What a name. In addition, we have a new glaive this year. Woo! New glaive, let's go! Woo! Who cares? The Albedo Wing. You can acquire this weapon from event challenges, weapon focusing, or festive engrams, which can be purchased using a gift in return and Dawning Spirit. This is Destiny's second hard-hitting aggressive glaive and can roll with some of the new perks from the season. This one includes a very new, very cool beacon rounds perk, which is otherwise only found on rocket-assisted sidearms. So yeah, I won't lie, I saw this in the database, and I think this could be an interesting perk, the fact that it has a tracking rounds, but it does require you to get a kill to then get tracking rounds, so I don't know. And they didn't put Volt Shot on it, which is kind of dumb, because, I mean, it's Arc, which doesn't really they say here, but this is an Arc one. At least in the database, it's Arc. And it doesn't have Volt Shot. Which, personally, I would have loved a glaive that was slow. You could have slowed with people. That would have been more fun, because it would have matched the event, but that's fine, whatever. I think all the weapons from Dawning should all be stasis at all times. I just feel like it matches perfect. But that's my opinion. Dawning weapon perks included below is a roundup of the notable weapon perks that appear on this year's Dawning weapons. We've updated all the existing Dawning weapons with new perks too. Deconstruct, absolute trash. I think that's the worst perk they've ever added, personally. I don't know why they'd put it on something and advertise it. But we'd like to clarify. So, dealing sustained damage grants bonus damage against vehicles and constructs and partially refills the magazine. Damage with primary ammo or against constructs provides additional progress. Constructs include barricades, turrets, stasis crystals, and other objects created in the field. This perk description states that it partially refills the magazine, but we'd like to clarify that this pulls ammo from thin air, not reserves. It's only, wow, so you get a few extra bullets, but it only gains bonus damage against vehicles and constructs. So your sustained damage, yay, you get ammo out of thin air, but I don't know. It could be great for like a kind of like how triple tap works. It just keep putting ammo in the mag. It might keep doing it. I don't know. I haven't used the perk yet this season. I will eventually get around to it. I just personally think it's not gonna be that good of a perk. There's other perks that do auto reload and are bringing ammo. Some from thin air and some not, so I don't know. I feel like it's not that good. We'll see, though. We'll see. Treacherous Orbs, dealing sustained damage, creates an orb of power. This perk is kind of cool. If it's on the right weapon, it'd be useful, but it requires a damage perk with it, because it's honestly useless otherwise. Because all it will do is keep your armor charge stacked at all times. And if you have a damage perk with the weapon, then it's godly. Like, it's ridiculously OP. But because it doesn't have that, at least none of the weapons so far have had it, it's going to be trash still, in my opinion. It needs a damage perk with it to be acceptable. But yeah, Cold Steel, powered sword hits, slow targets. This is only on the sword, so sadly they're not putting it on the glaive because the glaive's arc, which I still hate, but yeah, whatever. Beacon rounds, final blows with this weapon, grant your projectile tracking, dealing further damage, extends duration. Dawning Surprise, orange straight repli, defeating targets, awards a Dawning gift, defeating powerful targets count as more than one. So if this still works the same way it did last year, when it says Dawning gift, it doesn't mean a gift that you can go turn and get loot from. No, it is just a simple thing on the ground that gives you ability energy. So, not really the right way. I think they should call this something else, because it's really, really, really bad advertising in my opinion. But yeah, keep an eye out for the Zephyr, the only stasis sword for... Rude, Bungie. I was reading that. Flip me. For now, it says the only stasis sword for now. So that means we're going to get another stasis sword eventually. I'm excited for that. Hopefully they put good perks on it. I'd love Cold Steel with a damage perk. That'd be so much fun. With the Cold Steel trait. Also note that the damage bonus from Deconstruct stacks with the Hake Breach argument. Origin trait that you can select on Albedo Wing. This is all alongside the Dawning Surprise Origin trait that appears on all Dawning weapons. Comfy Cozy Dawning Beanie. Wow, of course Bungie makes a beanie and makes money another way. Come on, Bungie, seriously. There's no better way to get into a festive mood than by dressing the part, Guardian. So what better way to celebrate the season than with this cozy and stylish Bungie Rewards Dawning beanie? I think that's a bit excessive, that big white ball on the top. What the fuck? I've never worn one, never will, so yeah, that will not be from me. Get it if you want it, you know, if you think it looks cool, grab it, you know, no farm, no foul. Bungie needs all the money they can get right now. If you don't know what's going on, well, you should definitely look it up, because Bungie needs every bit of sense they can get. At least that's what they say. Not only does this beanie come with an embroidered Dawning logo, but you also have the option to change up your style on the fly with a removable palm. Wow, so the palm comes off. Okay, Bungie, what? Starting December 12th, the Dawning Beanie will be available to purchase for all players who complete the Amateur Baker Event Challenge by June 3rd, 2024 at 9:59 PDT. The Amateur Baker Event Challenge by June 3rd? Why would that go up to June 3rd? I'm so confused. You tell me that that challenge is going to be available all the way until the final shape, basically? What? That's so weird. Is that a mistype? Why would an event... The Dawning's only going to stay around for 3 weeks. What is going on with that, Bungie? I guess they're going to have a side thing you can do? In the future? Like, whatever, I don't know what that's about. That's weird. We'll see. Oh. That's weird. I'm guessing they're saying you can pick it up by then if you complete it during these 3 weeks. I think is what they're trying to say, but they just really worded that bad. But whatever. Check out the Bungie store for these and other Bungie rewards. Spread the holiday cheer regarding the Great Dawning Bake Off. The great waste of time, yes, we agree. This year we want to do something extra special outside of the game. Welcome to the Great Dawning Bake Off. We want Guardians everywhere to make their best desserts and share them with the community through pictures and videos so the spirit of the Dawning reaches every corner of the world. You can go all in and make your own version of the Dawning cookies with a little help from Abuelita Evilante. What the? I think that's Spanish. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And I hate questioning that because I should know it by now after living in this town for so long that speaks Spanish, but I still suck at it. So I think I know what it is in my head. Whatever. Okay, I'm stupid. I'm a dumb person. What's new? I can't speak English or any other language, so let's get on with it. Or you could try something different. A Vextrelicious cake, some tasty scorns, inspired by the scorn. Genius. Gingerbread Cabal, a dessert that's unique to the region you live in, as well as take inspiration from the Dawning, Season of the Wish, or Destiny 2. We'll love it. Blow our minds with your culinary skills. There's only 1 week to make your best dessert. Starting today, the winners will be chosen among those who submit their entries during the Dawning Bake Off hashtag. Or using the Dawning Bake Off hashtag. Their creations will be featured in the TWID, and they'll be awarded the Art of the Week or Movie of the Week emblem, as well as the very special Dracos Techachroma emblem. Don't forget to include your Bungie ID and your submission so we can find you. Well, it does look like a cool emblem. I'll give it to you. That emblem is pretty dope. But, yeah, my cooking skills stay to myself. With the launch of Season of the Wish, we've seen a lot of great feedback and discussion that we've shared our thoughts on here are the highlights of each topic. One of our goals is to make sure, Blind Well, one of the goals is to make sure players know from the start that there's increased difficulty and new loot for this activity. Okay, if it's increased difficulty, then I'm on crack. I must be the best player ever, because, dude, I've literally soloed it almost completely again. Just like I used to. Trinity Ghoul, Blade Barrage, easiest thing ever. Literally, people loaded in right at the end, when the dudes were all basically dead. So, I don't know if they're smoking. This was increased difficulty. It sure as hell didn't feel like it. It felt exactly the same as it always has been, where the easiest way to solo farm is literally a fusion or a shotgun with... But yeah, so, if you don't know if you want to solo the Blind Well because you can't find anyone, Trinity Ghoul, shotgun or fusion with pretty much any rocket would do, or a machine gun you can do as well, and you use Blade Barrage and you pick up those little harmony things, and you'll basically solo everything without any issue. Like, it's not basically, you 100% will. It's the easiest thing to do. So, there's literally no work needed. So, yeah. Bungie for you saying they increased difficulty, lol. It's also not an activity players will have to do every week. They won't need to return to Blind Well until week 6. We'll have one seasonal challenge tied to Blind Well later in the season, one heroic Blind Well completion requirement for the seal. Already did that, so yeah. Ribbons layer in the coil. Our goal was for loot to be the front and center, especially for players who go for a platinum score. As this is only week 1, just a reminder that different paths through the coil will be rotating each week. It's week 2, Bungie. You just pulled it off your one post. Good job. From our early observations, the shard economy is too unforgiving, and the team is looking to improve on this. I don't know. I feel like it's perfectly fine, personally. I think they did really well with it. It requires, you can either leave whenever you want, you can get loot whenever. If you want to stay and keep going, it gets harder, it gets more relenting, more points you need to get better loot. I think it's a great design, I really do. I know people have been bitching about it, but I feel like it's perfect. And people are like, oh, well, those solo people, I've had plenty of solo people that are trash. I've been the trash one when I'm in solo sometimes. Like, I get it, but I've done it with plenty of people. It's possible. It's not like it's impossible. So, I feel like that's a bit... I don't think they need to do anything to it personally. But, you know, they will, so hopefully they don't make it too easy. PvP updates control will be available as a selectable mode while checkmate controls are active. We have no plans to turn checkmate on across all of Crucible. Instead, we're aiming for a midway point for ability cooldowns and weapon cooldowns that doesn't result in specific weapon dominating. Well, if you just simply nerfed SMGs again just a bit, they don't need a huge nerf, just a tiny nerf, so they're not the most dominating thing in existence, then maybe, just maybe, Crucible will be okay again. Because funny enough, you can use every weapon in the Crucible right now, but the problem is SMGs are still the most dominating. People say, oh, Thorn is. No, I'm sorry, but I see Thorn, and the moment anyone's losing or they die twice in a row without getting a kill when they have Thorn on, they instantly switch to SMGs. Instantly. There is no delay. There is no, ooh, I'm using Thorn. No. Thorn is not, I don't care what the stats say online. Thorn is not being used worth a shit. Those games are not counting correctly, or some, because I have played plenty of games this season. Not like a ton as usual because I've been farming the PvE, but enough to see the same result. And see enough streams to see the same result. The moment anyone dies like 2 or 3 times in a row, they always switch to an SMG. Or an auto rifle, actually. Auto rifles are becoming dominant again. So, but yeah, that's about it. Like, especially Iron Banner. Autos were just dominant AF in Iron Banner. That was ridiculous earlier. I don't know if it still is, but that was hectic. But yeah, so Thorn, yeah, it might be good. It might feel good, but SMGs and autos are just the best right now by a huge margin. So they're going to stay that way. So yeah. Anyway, back to the point. We are aware of some issues with checkmate special ammo implementation. Holy fuck, my brain is not working today. And we're trying various new approaches to improve the system. Yeah, because in Trials it'd be horrible. Like they said they're making a checkmate Trials mode sometime this season. And yeah, it would be the worst thing ever. Could you imagine you're 4-0 and you come back, you get special finally, you come back, or you just come back in general, use the special to come back because they have special, so you're probably going to have to use your special. You don't have to, but you probably will need to, especially because they're going to have super, so you definitely have to use it. Then you get back, you get evened out to 4-4, and you have no special, they have a super still, or you have a super, but they have none, because they're trying to shut you down, trying to make sure you don't come back or something, like, you know, that's more dramatic of a system, obviously, but it's the same concept, even if it's a 2-1, 3-1, like, anytime supers pop, if you don't have special, supers are just going to win, period. Specials are the only thing to shut down supers like Bubble and Well. Without special, there is no way to shut those supers down. If you're like, oh, well, you can just shoot the staff. Most people put the staff in a good spot where you can't shoot it without having to get in their face or get an angle where they can lane you. So it means you're not peeking. If you got 3 people shoot you, you're not going to destroy that staff. It's facts. So special is the only way. You get in there special, you have a sniper sits back and picks them off, or something. Like the shotgun coming in with shotgun melee, like that's the only way you're going to kill them. Or if you have a super, obviously, but yeah. So problematic a bit, just a bit problematic, yeah. So hopefully they fix that before that comes around, otherwise it's going to be the worst weekend of Trials ever. Because there's going to be bubbles and wells only, and nothing else. Which is already mostly bubbles and wells, but it'll be 100% only bubbles and wells. It'll be bad. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. We'll be regularly tuning Checkmate's TTK, time to kill. Our target going forward is to keep optimal TTK consistent with the current Crucible sandbox. I'm fine with that as long as the auto rifles get the higher end ones get the slight nerf they need to their damage. It needs to be slightly nerfed, so it takes 1 more bullet to the head or 2 bullets to the body, which most people don't think that's enough, but actually it's literally 1 bullet difference half the time when you have a hand cannon, a sidearm, or anything else. It's usually always 1 bullet difference. So that 1 bullet difference would make the difference for a trade or a possible survival. And I really think that's the truth to it. SMGs need to be nerfed quite a bit. Their range needs to be back to what it was before Lightfall, because that buff was the best for SMGs. They were good, but they weren't overpowered. That needs to have that range again, and they need to have that damage again. That's simple. Everything else in the Crucible sandbox, yeah, I think it's pretty fair. Sidearms are really good at point blank range to, like, I don't know, like 12 meters. Really good at that range. And then after that, it kind of dies off. Hand cannons are good at their, what, like 20-something to 30-something meters or something like that range. They're really good in that. Pulses are really good. Even the high-impact pulses, which I hate with a passion, the amount of overuse they were, have been dwindled to nothing. And they always have to get closer ranges, which requires in the same range as autos and hand cannons, so it's easier to deal with them now. I think they've done great with the sandbox. It's just the SMG meta is out of control, and the higher-end autos are a little bit broken right now. But they're not ridiculously like SMGs, so seriously, Bungie, can we just dial it back and then, yep, perfect. I know I'm bitching about it, but Bungie, we are almost there to a perfect Crucible sandbox where you can use whatever you want, dominate with whatever you want. There'll always be one gun better than everything, I get that, but there'll be at least the ability to use other things and not get absolutely murked by one weapon and one weapon alone. Like, that's the problem. Like, Bungie, come on, please. Please, you're almost there. We will be looking to reduce body shot damage. The end result is an increase in the skill gap, where consistent headshots are rewarded with fast GTK. See, this could screw you on controller, though. And I say this purely for... I know PC controllers get bad hate, and I'm one of them, and I get hated on a lot because of it. But I'm talking about purely Xbox in this moment, or PlayStation and controllers. They sometimes don't hit headshots when you are hitting headshots. And I know most people don't understand that unless they've had it happen or they've played enough to realize it. But there are times when you shoot the head and your bullets are connecting to the head, but it still hits a body shot somehow. And it never makes sense to me in this game, but it's been like this forever. You see plenty of people complain about the YouTubers and stuff on controller. Yeah, even keyboard and mouse get it sometimes and they get annoyed by it. But most of the time it's on controller. Something to do with the aim assist or bullet magnetism or something, it's just not working correctly, I don't know. But yeah, it hits bodies when it's a clear headshot. It's like, Bungie, what? And yeah, so making it more headshot, like, I don't know, I feel like more people are going to be a little pissed about that. Because if someone gets perfect TTK, because the connection or whatever don't have any body shots, they're going to melt you. And if anyone has a slight different connection, ping advantage or something, as they call it, this could cause an issue, potentially. On keyboard and mouse, I mean, I'm going into keyboard and mouse lobbies, I'm going to get shredded one way or another, is how I see it. So, I don't really care. It gets my aim better, gets me better. I see, though, being more of a problem on console, but that's just my opinion on it. So we'll see. We'll be looking to reduce body shot area of that. We are aware of the spot issues in Countdown Rush on the Citadel Multiplex. We'll be temporarily disabling these maps in competitive. Okay, well, it's only in competitive. Good. I'm about to be so mad if I thought they meant everything. I was like, what? But no, okay, competitive. That's fine. Who cares? New rocket sidearm. The new sidearm archetype should give more opportunity to counteract barrier champions with a seasoned artifact. Personally, I think this rocket sidearm, it's cool, ideal. It's shit in practice. I don't care what overpowered perk they put on it. It's a special weapon. Instantly makes it trash. Because there's shotguns, there's fusions, there's even snipers now. Why would I use a sidearm? Like, what is the point? It's got decent damage, yeah, but it's not enough for me to actually care. It's like the only one that might be decent is if you can get the tracking rounds with the Volt Shot. That could be a fun thing, but you have to reload after every single kill, so Volt Shot's more of a primary thing. So when you kill a few, and then you have to reload so you get the perk because you killed some. Because of the lower ammo amounts. I feel like it'd be a waste to keep reloading after every kill of a sidearm. That's a special, so I don't like it that much. PvP, I don't know yet. I haven't gotten a role I want to try out in PvP yet. If I do, then I'll try it out in PvP and see if I change my mind for at least PvP. But PvE, I don't think it's worth it. I think you're better off using a sniper, a fusion, even a shotgun. Like, a lot better options. I feel like the sidearm thing ain't that great. Maybe one day they'll buff it or give it new perks that are cool and it might be useful, but every other weapon is so much better in PvE that this thing just is pointless at the moment. I'm not going to run double special because you don't get a bonus benefit anymore like you used to, so it's pointless. And if I am going to run double special, I'm going to run either a sniper and a fusion or a sniper and a shotgun. So that way I get double damage ranges. Simple, obvious answer, just my opinion on it. People will use this, people will be good with it, people will find crazy builds. I'm not saying it's absolute shit, I'm just saying I think it's personally shit and I'm not going to use it. Unless I get some crazy roll that makes me laugh my head off, hysterically funny. But yeah. Known issues for the Fireteam Finder updates. The auto-selected launch screen after summoning your fire team to orbit isn't respecting existing checkpoints. Our next beta will add additional options into title builder to help convey your lobby's purpose. Check out the original post 123 for the Destiny 2 team's update on the Fireteam Finder beta. Vault from orbit. We have a fix for a bug allowing players to vault from an activity without the proper UI or full fireteam support. Due to positive reception for this bug, we plan to revert this fix in a January update. Our goal is to allow your full fireteam to be able to vault from anywhere in an update after the final shape. That's cool. I like that. I'm glad to do that. It's cool in January. They're gonna undo the close. They're gonna let the bug exist again in January. Is what I'm trying to say. And then in the final shape, after the final shape, they're gonna make it a permanent thing where you can actually do it. And it's intentional design better, hopefully, because it's a little bit inconvenient. It's not really a big deal, but it's a little bit extra work just to get there. So I know it'd be a little better if it was smoother. So we'll see. Orb cooldown changes. We've been monitoring feedback around orb creation cooldowns and have a change going out next update, currently targeted for next week. Equipping multiple copies of the Iron Mod's Heavy-Handed, Firepower, and Reaper now decrease their orb creation cooldown. Okay. Focusing cost changes. We are reducing the focusing cost for ritual vendors in next week's update. All Crucible, Gamma, and Vanguard Ops Legacy focusing will cost 3 engrams. Unobtained Nightfall weapons will still cost 5 engrams. I'm going to tell you the truth, to this focusing system is the worst thing they've ever done. This doesn't matter if it's 3, 5, 2, it's shit. Because it requires you to have engrams to do it. And I'm all up for forcing people to play their activities if they want the loot from it. But when it's this ridiculous, it's kind of out of hand. Because before, the reason they did that is because before it would take 3 engrams to buy one, but it would take 3 engrams of anything that turned into legendary shards, then you could use to buy stuff, which was a balance thing. By removing that option, they thought, oh, well, now we're going to force them if they want these weapons. They're going to have to work 3 times as hard now, because it still gives the exact same amount of engrams it always has. Like I knew it would, even though they said they increased it. Full of crap they are. It's taken me even the same amount of time to get the same point, but it takes longer now because I need 3 of the engrams. Because I'm not getting it from any other source. So in my opinion, they just need to connect them all. If they're going to do the system, just connect every single activity for a ritual. And then when you play Gambit, you get engrams. When you play Crucible, you play Vanguard, whatever, you get engrams for it. That's simple. And then obviously the new weapons to unlock so you can craft or focus on these stuff to play the activity to get. But I think that'd be better, because that way at least it combines everything, so no matter what you're doing, you're getting something. Same thing with Gunsmith. I think Gunsmith should be rewarded at the end of Crucible games, Gambit games, and Vanguard games. That's just my opinion on it. So, I don't like this thing. I really wish they'd just take it away and just let us keep our legendary shards and do it that way. I think it was a really better system, and it's kind of sad they're messing with it. But Bungie, for you, they're trying to innovate and make their game new and fresh by destroying it and making it shit. What's new? Bungie in a nutshell. Thank you all for participating in the raid stress test last week. Guardians was a successful event as we watched teams being formed and successfully clearing raids. An impressive 42% of all participants cleared their raids, with new fire teams only taking 7 more minutes on average than pre-made fire teams. The test went so well that we were able to turn on all activities for the last hour of the test. We gathered a lot of valuable data to help make necessary tweaks and improvements. Yeah, see, Bungie, there was no one playing during that time. Literally, the numbers were extremely low. So, the reason it did so well is because there wasn't anyone to test on, hence why they ended up doing it for everyone. Most people think, oh my god, it did so well, they're going to open up to everything. No. That's ridiculous. The reason it went so well is because there wasn't enough people to test it properly. So they opened up everything to actually stress test it properly. Because there just wasn't enough people doing raids. And there probably wasn't ever going to be, in reality, but Bungie for you. Also, how are they supposed to know pre-made fire teams when pre-made fire teams are usually LFG teams too? So, kind of funny how they think that. They think it's pre-made because it wasn't made on their app, I guess, or on their system. So, kind of funny how that turns out. Good math, Bungie. That's not a statistic that's actually accurate, but that's fine. A lot of valuable data to help make the necessary tweaks and improvement. And yes, I'm being a little picky motherfucker, I know. But I'm kind of sad and mad and happy at the same time this season. They did something great, they fucked up everything else, but then they did something great, and then they fucked up everything else. It's constantly like this, and it's just getting out of hand. It's just making me sad. I want to play the game, but I'm tired of being such a failure when they succeed. Come on, Bungie, just succeed and accept success. Fuck! Anyways, back to the point. We gathered a lot of valuable data. Yesterday we opened the Fireteam Finder beta with access to all activities. If you want to grab a Fireteam for Warlord's Rune, or maybe do a run through the coil for some seasonal weapons and armor, now's your chance. Remember to play nice, pay attention to the tags, and honor the oath. What, don't be an asshole when we're the most toxic community ever? Come on, Bungie, what's wrong with you? You're the most toxic community other than Call of Duty. Come on. There are 2 ways to access Fireteam Finder. We already know this info, I'm not reading all that. Blah, 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 blah. Warlord's Rune, Vest, and Pen. Wow, they made a vest. So we delve deep into Warlord's Rune in search of glory and some new cool weapons. Yeah, that's not true, but anyways, maybe even the new exotic siren, which I would love. Everyone else I know keeps getting it. Keep giving it to people. I'm tired of taking people through and giving it for them. I kind of just want it now. Bungie, please, thank you. And after a brief stint behind bars in a showdown with the soul of a long-dead revenge-fueled armored car, you've come out victorious. You deserve some rest in a vest. Rest in a vest. Love it. If you complete it by June 3rd, 2024, you can purchase this thing. Which, they call it sleek. Reversible vest and pin. I don't think that's sleek. Personally, it looks like a cold jacket that they just took the arms off of, not a vest. But that's okay. People like what people like. I don't read any of this. Known issues. Yeah, you can read that if you want to. I'm not reading that. Too much. I'm too lazy today. Alright, down to the end we go. I like that picture. That's cute. That's adorable. I like that. Anyways, and though we have it for this week in Destiny, we look forward to seeing your real-life holiday Zerg skills on display. Meanwhile, spend some more time with your old pal Riven, either gathering her eggs or completing runs in the coil. We could also go deep into Warlord's Rune, and maybe even try to complete it solo for the title, or if you prefer, you could just spread some fire mayhem with Dragon's Breath in order to unlock its catalyst. Whichever way you're enjoying the new season, have fun. Good note, Dragon's Breath, get the catalyst, 100%. That thing is cracked, the catalyst. You cause ignition so often, you can shoot, literally, you shoot it, you throw like anything else that does any type of scorch, instantly reloads. You could shoot it again. The moment you shoot again, instantly ignites. Shoot it again, you could just infinitely load everything in like a matter of seconds. Shoot an entire volley of 10 shots at once. Like, it's crazy. Puts out so much damage, but using the coil's been nuking those bosses like they're nothing. Oh my god, dude. 100% get it. There's a positive thing for you to end on. Get it. It's actually cracked. I'm actually happy about it. Get it. Which way you're enjoying the new season, have fun. Whichever way, sorry. Thanks for hanging out with us, Destiny 2 community team. Damn. That's still hurtful, but that's okay. This thing will eventually last. That's the TWID. Not the greatest stuff, not the worst stuff. It's just TWID. I am happy the Dawning's coming back. Hopefully they leave in what they had last year. I do want my pulse rifles. Whatever it's called. Cold Front, I think, or something. No, that's SMG. I don't remember what the pulse is called, but yeah, that's the only thing I care about. So, yeah, that's the video. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe. I appreciate it. I'm out. Blah!